Deep beneath the Atlantic Ocean, if ancient texts are to be believed, lies a civilization so advanced that its gods wielded powers far beyond anything we can imagine. But what if these tales weren't mere myths, but distant echoes of a truth that modern archaeology is only now beginning to uncover? Today, we're plunging into the lost pantheon of Atlantis, a realm where divine entities commanded technology that defied nature itself and left a mark on humanity so profound its influence still lingers in our world today. The story begins with Plato's Dialogues, written around 360 BCE, where he first introduced the world to Atlantis through the accounts of Timaeus and Critias. But here's what most people don't realize: Plato wasn't creating fiction. He was documenting oral traditions passed down through Egyptian priests, stories that originated thousands of years before his time. These priests spoke of a golden age when gods walked among mortals, ruling from a magnificent island civilization that controlled vast territories across the ancient world. According to these ancient accounts, Atlantis was ruled by Poseidon, the god of the sea, who fell in love with a mortal woman named Cleito. Their union produced 10 divine sons, each becoming a king of different regions within the Atlantean Empire. But this wasn't just a love story. It was the foundation of a theocratic system where divine bloodlines governed through supernatural wisdom and power. The primary deity was Atlas, the firstborn son of Poseidon, from whom Atlantis derived its name. Unlike the Greek Titan condemned to hold up the heavens, the Atlantean Atlas was a benevolent ruler who possessed knowledge of celestial mechanics and cosmic forces. Ancient texts describe him as a bridge between divine and mortal realms, capable of communing with cosmic intelligences and channeling their wisdom to advance civilization. Archaeological evidence from various underwater sites in the Mediterranean and Atlantic suggests that advanced civilizations did exist in areas now submerged by rising sea levels. The Bimini Road off the Bahamas, the Yonaguni Monument near Japan, and recently discovered structures off the coast of Spain all point to sophisticated architectural achievements that predate known historical civilizations by millennia. The Atlantean pantheon included Guderus, the twin brother of Atlas, who governed the easternmost territories and was revered as the god of communication and trade. Ancient accounts describe him as possessing the ability to understand all languages instantly and facilitate communication between distant cultures. Some researchers suggest this reflects advanced linguistic technologies or perhaps telepathic abilities that allowed for instantaneous translation and cultural exchange. Then there was Amphias, the god of agriculture and abundance, who supposedly taught the Atlanteans advanced farming techniques that could yield crops year-round, regardless of seasonal changes. Archaeological findings from various ancient sites reveal sophisticated irrigation systems and agricultural technologies that seem impossibly advanced for their time periods, lending credence to legends of divine agricultural knowledge. The goddess Leucippe governed healing and regenerative medicine, with ancient texts describing her ability to restore youth and cure diseases that would be considered incurable even by modern standards. Recent discoveries in ancient Egyptian and Mesopotamian texts reference similar healing deities who possessed knowledge of what we might now recognize as genetic manipulation and cellular regeneration. What makes the Atlantean gods particularly fascinating is their technological aspect. Unlike purely spiritual deities, they were described as wielding crystalline technologies that could harness natural energies for practical purposes. The legendary Atlantean crystals weren't just decorative objects, they were sophisticated energy storage and amplification devices that powered everything from transportation to communication systems. Ancient accounts describe massive crystal structures that could focus and redirect solar energy, creating a sustainable power grid that supported a civilization of millions. These crystals supposedly possessed harmonic properties that could resonate with the Earth's natural frequencies, allowing the Atlanteans to tap into planetary energy sources that modern science is only beginning to understand. The god Azaz was said to control these crystalline technologies, serving as the divine architect who designed the energy infrastructure of Atlantis. His knowledge allegedly extended to what we might now call quantum mechanics, allowing him to manipulate matter at the molecular level and create structures that defied conventional physics. The downfall of Atlantis, according to various sources, came when the divine bloodlines began to diminish and the ruling class lost their connection to these cosmic forces. As the gods withdrew their direct influence, the Atlanteans began misusing their advanced technologies for warfare and oppression rather than enlightenment and progress. The cataclysm that destroyed Atlantis wasn't just a natural disaster. It was the result of cosmic justice administered by the gods themselves. Ancient texts describe how the misuse of crystalline technologies created resonance patterns that destabilized the very foundations of the island, causing it to sink beneath the waves in a single day and night. But here's where the story becomes even more intriguing. The Atlantean gods didn't simply disappear. Many ancient cultures around the world retain memories of divine beings who emerged from the sea following a great catastrophe, bringing advanced knowledge to help rebuild civilization. The Sumerian Apkallu, the Egyptian Neteru, and the Mesoamerican Quetzalcoatl all share remarkable similarities with Atlantean deities, suggesting that these divine refugees continued their mission of guiding human development. Modern researchers are discovering that many ancient megalithic structures around the world share architectural principles and astronomical alignments that point to a common source of knowledge. The precision of the Great Pyramid, the acoustic properties of Stonehenge, and the mathematical relationships encoded in Mayan temples all suggest influence from a sophisticated understanding of physics and astronomy that matches descriptions of Atlantean divine wisdom. The implications are staggering. If the Atlantean gods were real, then human civilization has been shaped by extraterrestrial or interdimensional intelligences for millennia. Their influence may explain the sudden leaps in human technology and consciousness that have occurred throughout history, from the agricultural revolution to the Renaissance to our current technological explosion. Today, as we stand on the brink of our own technological singularity, the lessons of Atlantis become more relevant than ever. The forgotten gods of this lost civilization remind us that advanced technology without spiritual wisdom leads to destruction, while true progress requires maintaining our connection to higher consciousness and cosmic responsibility. The search for Atlantis continues, not just in the ocean depths, but in the hidden chambers of our own consciousness, where the memory of these divine beings still whispers secrets of our forgotten past and our unlimited potential future.